Everybody, Jason McMillan with Keep Calm and Train Your Rookie, doing a quick bit on foam expansion rates and how that relates to your nozzle selection. So we've got a selection of 3 different nozzles that are common on my department. We're going to get started right in on it. I'll go ahead and take over the camera and I'll turn this over to my firefighter. This is a standard fog nozzle commonly found here in the United States. This particular one is a select gallonage. We've selected 95 gallons per minute. That matches our adductor back over there. Remember, adductors and nozzle flow have to match for it to work right. So David, go ahead and open that up. Once we get good foam, what we're going to notice is we're going to get the foam development. This particular fog nozzle is going to give you about a 3-to-1 expansion rate. You're going to expand the volume of finished foam 3 times the volume of water. All right, Dave, go ahead and swap that over. Let's go look at our foam. Notice this foam is really soupy. It's got bubble development. It's really wet. It flows very easy. Remember, bubbles provide an insulative effect. It prevents radiant heat from heating up the flammable liquid underneath and creating flammable vapors. And also keep in mind that this is an AFFF, so there is an aqueous formed film sealing off the surface. Okay. Let's move back. We swapped over nozzles at this point. This is called a foam tube. This makes really good foam. It's going to give us about an 8-to-1 expansion ratio. We're going to talk about this here. We go in there. We've got little jets, 5 different jets. Whenever he opens this up, those 5 separate jets are going to smash into each other, go in through the tube, and they're going to pull air through this opening area here. When it flows, you can really hear that hiss. You're going to see a big difference in the foam. Go ahead, David. You hear that hissing sound right here? That's the air being pulled in. There's quite a bit of air draft that you can feel. Look at the foam stream. You got that nice custardy development. Go ahead and shut it down, Dave. Going back up over here, notice our foam development that we've got. Thicker, richer bubbles. Doesn't act nearly as liquidy as our 3-to-1. Go back over here, we swapped out nozzles. We're going to show you another common nozzle we have in our department. It's made by Task Force Tips. It's called a bubble cup, and it's kind of a Swiss Army knife. It makes better foam than a regular fog nozzle. Makes better foam than that. We think it running about 5-to-1 expansion ratio. Now, the key thing on the bubble cup is if you want good foam, you slide this section out and you see these grooves. It's going to pull air into this cup and it's going to agitate it with these teeth. Okay? Now, there's a downside to using this nozzle, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead, David, open it up. We'll go ahead and manipulate this here. We've got it slid down. We're not getting nearly as good foam development because we're not incorporating air. Now, David, go ahead and shut the nozzle off. Here's where this nozzle can become a problem if you don't train with it regularly. If you look carefully, this is an F2095BC. That means this is a forestry 2095 bubble cup nozzle. The wildland guys oftentimes use this, and it makes sense why they use it. They can flow 20 gallons per minute if they're trying to conserve water, and if they get into problems, they can kick it back to 95. But if you don't understand that, it can become a problem, especially when you're flowing foam. because if you're flowing 20 gallons per minute, your adductor is tuned in at 95, and you're not going to get foam. Also, too, due to what's called a procedure called progressive hose lay, you can actually shut the nozzle off with not understanding what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and just open it up and flow. See that nice big stream? If I go ahead and rotate this nozzle left, all of a sudden, notice my stream getting a lot looser, a lot shorter. I've turned it enough that it's in 20 gallon per minute mode. Great for conserving water if you're a wildland firefighter, not great for making good foam. For me to get it back to 95, I got to keep turning, and I notice my stream changes dramatically. Now here's the other part that confuses guys if they don't drill this regularly. If I keep turning it right, watch what happens to the stream. It doesn't go to flush mode, it just shuts itself off. 95 gallons per minute, straight stream, quarter turn and it's off. Okay. My department bought this particular model nozzle because it was fairly affordable and it gave us better foam than our standard fog nozzle. It also took up less compartment space. But what we didn't understand was this this ability to select 20 gallons per minute or 95. All right, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like, hit share. Please share the page. Leave us comments below.